Welcome to ROFC 9B. So last time, I asked you this prompt. If you had an opportunity to change the education system, what would you do? All 14 of you responded and, is this even true? Somehow a record 48 people voted. Wow! They cast 717 votes, quite a plentiful amount. All responses got either 47 or 48 votes, with the average being 47.8. Now, we will reveal the responses, starting with our first place ROFCer, which is Arix the Lion. He said, I'd simply make math easier, so we wouldn't flunk. I mean, math is a hard subject for some, but not all. Let's see if the voters second your motion to make math easier to master. Wow, this is quite a controversial response. Regardless, 5.354 is above average rating. However, because of doubled points, you aren't quite guaranteed safe in the ROFC 10 yet. Next up is Anonymous, who said, I would make kids learn where all countries are. That seems like a pretty good idea. This way, people won't confuse Canada and the USA, Spain and Portugal, the UK and the EU. But do the voters agree? It seems they do, with a nice rating of 5.708. Despite this, you aren't quite guaranteed safe in the ROFC 10. Next up is Ed King, who said, make kids learn about the history of object shows. That seems pretty cool. With more kids into object shows, we could have a wider range of competitors in object show camps like BFRP, RTRTR, and more. Do the voters want to join in the fun? Wow, the voters think this is a great idea. A rating of 6.188 secures your place in the ROFC 10. Next up is SamerGamer, who had a double response prize. His better response was, I would ask people in the poll and use it to help. Asking for community suggestions is great and all, but do the voters like your way of doing things? It seems they don't like your methods very much. A rating of 4.574 just isn't very good. Next up is AlienDube321, who said, have invisible or hidden cameras to catch bullies. It seems that you want to improve the security of the learning environment rather than the quality of the tuition. Let's see if the voters like more secure environments. Whoa! This is the highest rating any response has achieved in any ROFC episode. Great job to you, AlienDube321. Next up is Pi314271, who said, I would somehow make education free to everyone. This will be a very expensive task. How we officials pay for this convenience? Anyway, let's see what the voters think. It seems they mostly support the idea of free education, despite some controversiality. A rating of 5.583 secures your place into ROFC 10. Next up is Snoop Frog, who said, make lessons so short so kids aren't distracted. Oh look! Oh no, you got distracted from your response. Are voters impressed by your self-referencing response, or do they dislike your lack of focus? It seems they like this response. A rating of 5.771 doesn't quite secure your safety into ROFC 10, though. We've passed the halfway mark. Next up is Object Show author, who said, to be honest, less homework means more studying. Exactly, it seems you are using a logical appeal to reduce homework loads. Do the voters like this motion? It seems they do. A rating of 5.833 is quite good, but not good enough to secure your safety into ROFC 10. Next up is a Doctor who said, "I'd make fun lessons compulsory, ban boring ones. That seems like a good idea. I find kids to be more engaged in fun lessons. Do the voters agree with your idea?" Wow, that's an awfully high score. You might just get the rank-based boost prize. Next up is Mega Minecrafter 1, who said, "I would have longer recess and fries for everyone." That sounds fun, but it might deter from the actual learning. Are the voters appealed enough at first sight to rate your response high? It seems they somewhat are, but this is actually a somewhat low score in comparison to the others we've seen. Will you survive? Next up is Cloudy Explosive Toon, who said, "Make the tuition fee free and gadgets allowed." Free tuition has already been suggested by Pi314271, and allowing gadgets has already somewhat been done. Do the voters like your suggestions, though? They like them, but they think Pi314271 did it better. Anyway, your survival into ROFC 10 is uncertain at the moment. Next up is Q, who said, "I would remove math, said everyone ever." Well, you said this was unoriginal. Are the voters appealed by your honesty, or do they think this has been covered to death already? Oh no, this is the lowest rating we've seen since ROFC 6. Survival into ROFC 10 now hinges on Tony Bow's and Lilygold's failure. Next up is Tony Bow, who said, "Create a party every time someone had a birthday. In order to be guaranteed survival into ROFC 10, your response must achieve a rating of at least 3.585. Let's see if it did so." It did. That turned out to be a great response among the voters. Now, either Cube or Lilygold will be eliminated. Last up is Lilygold, who said, "Everyone would learn individually, no distraction. How will we have rooms for everyone? Oh well, you need at least a 3.630 in order to survive. If you fail, you will be eliminated. If you succeed, Cube will be eliminated. Let's see what happened." You succeeded in survival. You know what that means, though. Cube, you had some ups and downs. You were poor in ROFC 1 and 2, but good in ROFC 3. You were average in ROFC 4, bad in ROFC 5, but then you were great in ROFC 6 and 7. However, 2 bad finishes in ROFC 8 and 9 caused your demise. Goodbye, Cube. To summarize, here's everyone's rank and score. Prize winners are shown in green, eliminated contestants are shown in red. If you're eliminated, you won't be able to send me any more responses to upcoming ROFC prompts. To the remaining 13 of you, it's time for ROFC 10. You 13 are now in the top 43% of ROFC. The 10th prompt is a Hope Mods to the first prompt. It is, write a story about Garchomp and Vanilluxe. Send in your response by July 30th, 2016 using the form of description. I'll see you all in ROFC 10A!